by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. So much splendor here in the Rocky Mountain region. We're in Denver at Coors Field, which opened back in 1995. Getting you ready for Mariner baseball game 2 of a 3-game set. We take a look at the Lexus starters for tonight. And you've got Wade LeBlanc, who's been fabulous for the Mariners, and John Gray. A lot of hopes pinned on him. He's just recently recalled from Albuquerque, AAA.
We'll start with Wade LeBlanc. 5-0 record. He's really pitched well for the Mariners. He faced the Rockies in his last outing. In that outing, he gave up 4 earned runs. It was 3 home runs, so he's going to try to keep the ball down tonight. Use his changeup a lot. He has one of the best swing and miss changeups in baseball. He'll also use a cutter inside to try to keep them honest. Overall in his career against the Rockies, a 3-3 record, a 6.46 ERA. And for John Gray, the former first-round pick, good fastball at 95 miles an hour. You're going to see his slider quite a bit. Career here in Coors Field. Nice record at 16-7, but a 4.75 ERA. He has swing and miss type of stuff, but he can also get in the middle of the plate. His ERA this year is high at a 5.77.
So there's your setup for tonight. Beautiful blue sky above here at Coors Field. It's the Rockies and the Mariners teeing it up moments away. The majestic Rocky Mountains, a big scenic here in Denver. One of many things to do. Get up in those mountains, have some fun like Mike Flowers would do on occasion. Get up there and enjoy nature as we welcome you to Mariner Baseball Game 2 of a 3-game set with the Rockies. Dave Sims with Mike Flowers, League Sports Crew. Nice and hot night. If you can't get loose tonight, you got some problems. Temperatures in the high 90s. You get a couple of left-handers on the mound. We've got John Gray against Wade LeBlanc. Here's a look at the Mariner batting order.
Mariner starting lineup brought to you by Jack in the Box, and Dee Gordon picking up his 100th hit of the season in last night's ballgame. He joins Gene Segura, both of them with 100 hits on the year. Kyle Seager will hit cleanup. He was 2 for 5 last night with an RBI over his last 16 games, hitting .328 again. National League ballpark, so Nelson Cruz will not be in the ballgame tonight, maybe pinch hit later. Ben Gamel hitting 7th in the lineup. He was 3 for 4 last night. John Gray on the mound, the former first-round pick. Last outing in the AAA was against the Rainiers. A couple of starts in AAA when they sent him down. Overall this year, 7-7 record, a 5.77 ERA for him. His average fastball, 95 miles an hour. His put-away pitch will be the slider. Carlos Gonzalez will be in right field. Strong throwing arm. Pat Valleca in the lineup. DJ LeMahieu, a late scratch, the second baseman, had a fine game last night, but Valleca in the lineup at second tonight. Tom Murphy will do the catching. And for John Gray, his last outing at the big league level was against the Giants. 4 innings, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, a couple of walks, 7 strikeouts. He threw 71 pitches against the Giants. Good fastball at 95 miles an hour. His fastball's been hit this year, though. Opponents hitting .353 against the fastball, .245 against his slider.
He got knocked around in a playoff game last year against Arizona, then opened the season at Arizona this year. That didn't go well. And he was at 7-7, had to go down and try to tighten things up down in AAA Albuquerque. Here's Dee Gordon. A career 4 for 9 against Gray. The Mariners kid get going offensively. Just 1-3 on this road trip, 5-6 so far in the month of July. Here we go, first pitch of the ball game. And it is off the plate. Ball 1, Jeff Nelson balls and strikes tonight. Laz Diaz, the umpire at first, Manny Gonzalez at second, and Jensen Visconti. Call up, he's at third. D fouls one off.
I mentioned John Gray had faced Tacoma his last outing in the minor leagues before being recalled. He went 4 2/3, allowed 3 runs against Tacoma.
Chopper 2, Pat Valleca. Takes place of DJ LeMahieu, stiff back. Bring up Gene Segura. And once again, thanks to the fans and the entire Mariner organization. We got big props in the media for what they did social media-wise to get the votes, to get Gene Segura into the All-Star game.
And his teammates.
And his teammates, exactly. A lot of good stuff and well earned. Look at those numbers. Gene's also reached base safely in all 22 games that he's appeared at in this ballpark, including a hit in at least 18 games. Oh, 2. We're coming in big hopes for this John Gray kid as you look at singles. Segura right behind Altuve, and Dee Gordon right there as well.
Well, you can see why. He has the good arm. No effort at all in that last fastball. Was 96 miles an hour.
Second time he's facing the Mariners, a no decision back in 2015. 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, a couple of walks, and 4 strikeouts.
His slider will be 89 miles an hour. And he is a strikeout pitcher. But he'll make some mistakes in the middle of the plate, just can't miss them.
Yeah, you look at his numbers, you know, when he's good, unbelievable. 7-0. You know what his ERA is in those wins? 1.80. The losses, a 9.35.
Well, and it tells you that they're getting after his fastball early in the count when he's in the middle of the plate.
And no decisions, 3 of them, 10-7-2. Chop foul.
One thing that we know is the Mariners are going to have to score some runs, and they were able to do that last night, scoring 7 runs in the ball game. Hopefully that will continue here tonight in this ballpark. Score's never out of reach. You can always work your way back into a ball game here.
4-2, they didn't panic at all. Basically ran out of time. They put up a 4 spot in the 7th inning. And Chris Herman struck out with a couple of men aboard. Was hoping to get him on base because Nelson Cruz is in the on-deck circle. Pretty much the same plan for tonight. Love to see Nelly get a chance to swing the bat. 3-2 here to Gene. Mitch Haniger on deck. Chapper to Story. Throws him out 2-way.
After Nelson, we'll see him later in the ballgame, probably with men on base when he pinch hits.
Right fielder number 17, Mitch Haniger.
Mitch Haniger, the All-Star. StatCast powered by AWS.
Hey, straight up. What do you know?
Mark that down, Mike. Might be the last time you see that. Mitch 1 for 3 with an RBI last night. First time seeing Gray.
I saw yesterday that Major League Baseball going for another record with shifts this year. On pace for it.
Where are we? This is 18. 3 years ago, we were marveling like 9,000. What is this? It's got to be close to 20,000 now, right? Will be.
Oh, yeah.
0-2 here to Mitch. Good Saturday night crowd here in Denver. Let's keep this in mind too. First basemen are going to catch it tonight. Desmond and Healy. You saw the sun be a problem for Desmond last night. He's shading his eyes in his defensive position right now, so I can only imagine what it's going to be like when he gets on the bag.
It's going to be when he's covering first base and you take a look at the sun. So pickoff moves over to him are going to be difficult, or a play from a third baseman. He's looking right into the sun, and a little bit later start time tonight, so that probably just an inning or two. Last night it was for a solid 4 innings, wouldn't you say?
Oh, every bit. 6:40 start. Did not go as they check with Les Diaz. There are 3 veterans on this crew. Nelson, Diaz, and Gonzalez with the rookie Visconti. The umpiring crew.
Nelson, the crew chief.
You betcha. Strike 3 call. 1-2-3 inning. Good start for John Gray. Let's see if Wade LeBlanc can match him. We'll find out coming up in a couple of minutes. Gotta love Mariner fans. Check this out. He's not Ichiro.
That's great.
Ichiro doing a Bobby Valentine not too long ago. The big mustache and everything. I'm not Ichiro. That is great. Well done. Let's take a look at the Colorado batting order for tonight.
Well, the Rockies first in slugging, so we're going to try to keep them in the ballpark. Charlie Blackmon will lead things off. 19 home runs on the year. Trevor Story, he has been the hot hitter for the Rockies. 19th home run, 4 RBIs in last night's ball game for Story. And John Gray will round out the 9 for the Rockies.
Impressive offensive ball club. They're 3 off the pace in the National League West. LeBlanc, first pitch in there for strike. Blackman 3 for 6 with a homer against Wade.
And the important things for the Mariners starters, and we mentioned it last night, is getting through the first inning. The Rockies have scored 80 runs in the first inning. That's the most in Major League Baseball. They scored 1 run yesterday in the first, and it was the solo home run from Blackman.
Extraordinary number. Healy with a backhand. Wade provided a nice target. Well done. Just like they draw it up in Peoria.
First baseman, number 20.
And for Wade on the year again, 5-0 record, 3.39 ERA in 85 innings. He has 63 strikeouts, only 16 walks. That will be a key for him in his last outing against the Rockies. He didn't walk anybody. That'll be a key again today. Opponents hitting .245 against him.
Rockies take 2 out of 3 in Seattle. Win last night. There's Ben Gamble in center field.
Getting his second start in center field. Seager and Healy on the corners. Chris Herman will do the catching.
Here's Ian Desmond. Bud Black really reshuffled his lineup with LeMahieu out. Moved a lot of guys up. Ian Desmond, 2 for 4 last night. RBI, single to right, and a 5th, stole a base too.
For Wade, his average fastball this year, 86 miles an hour. He has a cutter at 84. Changeup, occasional curve and slider to go with it, but basically fastball, cutter, change.
Two and one.
Does a really good job with the cut fastball in off the plate so he can get to his changeup. He has one of the best changeups this year as far as chasing the changeup off the plate. He's number 1.
Good pitch right there. 2-2. Desmond began his career as a shortstop with the Nationals. 2-2 pitch. Up the middle. Segura smothers it. And off line throw. Great effort. Base hit for Ian Desmond.
Desmond runs well. I think he would have beat it out, and it was a good play by Healy to leave the bag and keep the ball on the infield. Mariners have really played tremendous defense this year. You see the effort by Segura, part of the reason why he's going to the All-Star game. Gets rid of it quickly. He knows that Desmond can get down the line. And Ryan Healy aware of it.
So 1 out, 1 on. It's his bobblehead night tonight. Not Mr. Segura, Mr. Arenado. Having a fine year. 2nd in home runs. Tied for 4th in RBIs, tied for 2nd in multi-hit games. So I go down, say hello to him at the batting cage. Nolan, congratulations on the season. Keeping everything consistent. He says, but you guys keep getting me out. Check the numbers. 2 for 18 this year, career. His worst batting average amongst any opponent. Seattle Mariners have held him in check. 103 batting average.
Well, let's keep that up for a couple more days. What
Amen.
do you think?
Absolutely. 6 for 58 for one of the best players in the game. Looking for a double play ball here. Runner goes, and he got him picked off. Healy's throw to D. Gordon, and the tag made. Manny Gonzalez says he's out. There's 2 away.
Well, it was a good play by D. It looked as if Ryan Healy, the first baseman, ended up throwing the ball over Desmond's head. So D had to make an adjustment. There's the tag. Shoulder hit D on his knee, but he's fine.
Gordon last night, full contact with D in that play at first base on a throw.
So you're saying they're getting to know each other?
Yeah, he's giving Ian the business. Dude, it's not supposed to be full contact sport. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Wade. Yeah, I think it's Nolan's bobblehead night. Yeah. And all the measurements and everything. Up and in.
And by the way, seeing Ryan make that play at first base, There's already a shadow over there to help him out, so the timing of it was good. Was able to see the ball going his way. Still has the glasses on.
2-1. You had to deal with that at third base, throwing over at any ballpark?
No, but I playing here, though, that is a big problem. It always has been that way over at first. But at third, no. Sometimes at third, in the older ballparks, it was difficult on day games because the seats were so much lower and everybody's wearing white because it's a nice day outside. And seeing the ball off the bat sometimes could be a challenge.
You can get eaten up at third with that. Coming out of white shirts.
You're right, it's tough.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Arenado. Full count.
There you go, from third, and the pitcher, of course, and the shadows, you're looking at them, and now they are just covering first base, which will give the guys a break. But at the start of the game, I guarantee you they could hardly see the pitcher standing on the mound, and we saw that yesterday. Yesterday was game time was a half an hour earlier.
3-2 pitch at the right field. Giving chase. Over the head catch. Splendid effort by Mitch Haniger, the All-Star. Well done. Nothing across in the first inning. We go to inning number 2 with Kyle Seager leading off. Catch. This was outstanding.
Well, he's been one of the best in right field here in the first half of the season. We talk about the assists, and he's tied with 9 in the American League. But Primera Supermo over the shoulder catch, right up at the top of the list. Defensive runs saved. It's not just his offense this year and driving in runs. He's really played well in the field.
Took a great route. Seager, Span, and Healy, second inning. Kyle 2 for 5 last night. A few days late, but happy 84th birthday to Ruth Keith of Anacortes. Big Mariner fan. Big Mariner fan. Happy birthday, Ruth.
Kyle has been hot over the last couple of weeks. In July, a .317 batting average. Had a couple of hits last night. Drove in a run. That was a good fastball. EQC tracer right on the inside corner at the knees.
Gray's big kid, 6'4", 235, 26 years old, out of Shawnee, Oklahoma.
When you look at his stuff, you can see why he was a #1 pick.
Here.
First rounder.
First round, 3rd pick overall, 2013. East Oklahoma State College and also the University of Oklahoma. 2-2. And a tip held on by Murphy. Seager's gone. Back-to-back Ks here for John Gray. Bring up Denard Span. We're joking, but almost not totally joking about him getting his 10,000 steps yesterday. Because when, as you said, he's at left center. He's got to come all the way to the line, and there was a couple of foul balls he tried to run down as well, and he had the triple.
And he was in left center making a couple of catches too, so he was busy.
Going towards center field, you're right. So I saw him as I'm walking out of, I don't know, hotel. Dude, you're going to walk over. Walk. Wait for the bus.
And it was hot out today.
Yeah.
It was warm.
Told him acreage-wise, it's the biggest outfield in the majors. He says, hey, I believe it. Hara for out number 2. Bring the whole family to the ballpark on Sunday, July 22nd. Boeing Salute the Kids Day. The Mariners will be hosting the White Sox at 1:10. All kids 14 and under, they're going to get a Mariners cap. Then, thanks to Key Bank, they're going to be invited to run around the bases after the game. Get your tickets at mariners.com. Ryan Healy coming off an 0 for 4 last night. 18 big home runs. That's the first pitch strike. Wind blowing out sort of left center here at Coors Field. Judging by the flags, center field bleacher straightaway, which is reminds me a little bit of Wrigley Field. I'm sure that was part of the influence here. Left field, well, the wind has all its attention elsewhere. 347 down the left field line, 415 straight away. Right field line, 350. That gap in left center, 390. Hit hard. Arenado right there, steps into a sidearm throw. The Mariners are gone 1, 2, 3 for the second inning. No score here in Denver. Look what Arenado does.
He catches it to his left, but watch him run over to his right. I was wondering why he was doing that, and then in the replay you could see he's getting himself over into the shadows to help the first baseman out as he throws back across the diamond. Normally he would throw from right there, but you can see him move over, knows he has plenty of time, and throws across the diamond, helping Desmond out the first baseman.
Local knowledge. Here's Trevor Story, the shortstop. Story 2 for 5, 4 runs batted in, 2-run homer and a 2-run double.
want to be careful with him. He has been hot lately. A couple of hits last night. We showed the home run, also a double. He drove in 4 runs.
Pretty much straight up in the infield for him. And a broken bat, base hit.
His last 31 games, hitting .378 overall. And that kind of role, even when you break your bat, you can pick up a base hit. Primera Supermo, looks like it's the changeup, and it is. Down and away, well-located pitch, but he's just a hot hitter right now. Instead of pulling off of the ball, takes his head right to it. Soft line drive in the left center.
Carlos Gonzalez, 3 for 3, 3 runs scored last night, walked twice.
Only 6 for 18 with 3 home runs against Wade in his career. See that sun off of his sunglasses.
Oh, 1 to Cargo. Nice backlighting for Wade LeBlanc. A good time to take a picture if you're over on the first base side. One. It's not going to surprise me to see this be close to full house. A lot of people in this building here tonight. 1-1 pitch to Gonzalez. Story, pretty good runner at first. See if Seager's got a play. Nope. Roster move made today. Matt Festa selected from AA Arkansas. Christian Bergman sent down to AAA Tacoma. Matt Festa, Staten Island, New York kid. Had a fun time catching up with him today. Scott Service, Mel Stoudemire Jr. Haven't really seen him. He says, I had a little sciatica in my back like an old person. I said, hey, what's that? But Scott was saying that Darren Brown and everybody down to AA and all the analytic guys say he is the real deal. Here's a screaming line drive. Center field. Gone. 2-run shot. Carlos Gonzalez, his 11th home run, RBIs 40 and 41. Early lead for the Rockies. He has done some damage. Wade LeBlanc, he's now 7 for 19 and 4 home runs.
And it's on a 1-2 pitch. Primera Supermo at the bottom of the strike zone, but in the middle of the plate. And just a screaming line drive to dead center field.
Two nothing. And here's Tom Murphy, catcher. Murphy playing in just his 18th game, 306. No homer, 7 runs batted in. Came up empty there, 1-2.
Talked about the Rockies and how hot they have been. Winning a lot of ball games, winning series, swinging the bats. Pitching has been better for them. They're one of the better fielding teams in the National League.
Percentage-wise, just behind Houston. Look out. Rockies averaging 4.8 runs per ball game. Ben Gamble, long run in. Playing slightly under the weather here tonight. Makes the play. On down.
Another look at the home run by Gonzalez. This is the 4th home run that he has hit off of Wade LeBlanc in his career. Exit velo at 110, 455 feet.
Brings up left fielder Gerardo Parra. Parra 2 for 3 last night. RBI singles in the 5th inning. Drove in a run, scored twice. Rockies won last night's game 10-7. Mariners hit a late run with a 4-run 7th. That was it. Arenado gave a lot of credit to Parra for hitting behind him last year. Which hit, see a lot of good pitches, he said. Good left fielder.
So far this year against the Mariners, he basically has hit the ball the other way up the middle. He has tried to pull the ball against the Mariners. He's hitting 7th in the lineup tonight.
Oh, 2 strikes.
The curveball from Wade. 72 miles an hour.
Two-run homer by Gonzalez. The difference right now. And his fist fouled back.
Emergency swing. Late swing on a fastball, probably right at the top of the strike zone on the inside corner.
Here comes a 1-2. Back in there again.
He stole Denard Span's setup, getting ready.
Good call.
And this will be the 6th pitch of the at bat too. But there's the hand back.
Yeah.
There we go. What do you think, Dave?
It's a reasonable facsimile.
Yeah.
Got him. 2 outs. Wade LeBlanc's first strikeout. Pesky at bat. The Orchid card is all you need to ride the Sounder train. Link light rail, buses, ferries, and streetcars. Learn more at getorchidsmart.com. First strikeout for LeBlanc. Here's Pat Valleca getting started at second base. Step back for DJ LeMay here.
You had a really good night in the field last night, taking some hits away from the Mariners.
20th pitch right here for Wade. Swing and a miss. Wade 2 for 3. Last Saturday in Colorado's 5-1 win back in Seattle.
.34 pitches, 24 strikes.
Ball 2. Pat playing in his 46th game. Two-one pitch. It's gone 3-1 to Valleca, batting in the 8-hole with pitcher John Gray on deck. equal count. Flip side right now, John Gray, 6 up, 6 down for Colorado left-hander. And LaPointe on for the put away here. And he loses the leg and he'll face the pitcher, John Gray.
He wasn't going to give in to him. So tried to get him out with the changeup, missed with it. And you'd like to get him out because then you have the pitcher leading off the next inning, but you don't want to make a mistake in the middle of the plate either.
So John Gray, 70 games in the big leagues, a 107 average, 1 home run, and 8 runs batted in. This season. Big old boy like this, got to figure he's going to turn it loose at least once, right?
You would think so. So here's a changeup.
Nice job by Herman.
We were talking about it last night, and poor Wade, he's now at 41 pitches in the ball game, and I think you have to look at pitch counts a little bit differently. Pitching in this ballpark, if you have to throw your 100 pitches and you can only get through 5 innings to do that, so be it, just because it's so difficult to pitch here and you're going to pitch around some guys and be a little more careful. Main thing is just keep the score down.
1-2 pitch here. 2-2. Wade 5-0 at home, on the road this year. No record, of 4.11 ERA. And 8 games, 5 of them starts. Two and two. Chapper. Segura just gets Gray. Gray motoring up the line. 2-run homer by Gonzalez. 2-0. Rockies. coming up. Wrap up the series tomorrow. And Mike Leake looking for a bounce-back performance. He'll go against Tyler Anderson.
Tyler Anderson, I like him a lot. Left-handed pitcher, 6-3 record. 102 strikeouts. Too many walks for him at 37.
So look at our CenturyLink. What's next? Gray must have taken a few extra seconds.
He did in the dugout.
Yeah, because he ran hard the first. And the clock doesn't start till he leaves the dugout, taking full advantage of that.
Oh, the home plate umpire, Jeff Nelson, having a conversation with Scott Service, and that was probably part of it. Took him a little while to get out there, but they'll extend the same courtesy to Wade LeBlanc.
Gamble, Herman, and LeBlanc here in the third. Couple of strikeouts for Gray. Got Henniger looking and Seager swinging. 3 ground ball outs and 1 fly out.
Good night for Ben last night. Was 3 for 4. Looks at 4 for 4, but LeMahieu ended up taking a base hit away from him.
Great play. Gotta get to work. 0-2. And at 287, a homer, 10 runs batted in. Good to see him swinging it well lately. Good May and June. July's been a tough month for him. Ball and 2 strikes, straight up in the infield. And that pitch gets away from Murphy. Foul ball.
It's funny talking to him yesterday because he had shaved the beard, had the mustache, picked up a hit or 2 with just the mustache, and made a mistake shaving, had to shave the mustache off. I was talking to him about it yesterday in the dugout, and I said, "You're doing pretty well with the mustache." He said, "I know it was an accident," but then he goes out and gets 3 hits yesterday.
Not the start he wanted here this evening as he strikes out Gray's 3rd K tonight.
John Gray, we talked about it. You mentioned the numbers when he's on, how tough he can be. A talented pitcher, and his fastball tonight has been 96 miles an hour. Really good slider, curveball, and changeup to go with it, so he's on his game.
And all preseason shows and magazines and everything, when they talk about Colorado, everybody said he will be, or has to be, the ace. It'll be interesting to track what he does the remainder of the season.
Yeah, in the second half.
Chris Herman 1 for 3 last night. A triple to right center field.
Well, that's one of the things that we've noticed about him right away. And it's part of Jerry DiPoto's scouting report when I asked him about him. Good athlete, runs well. He tried to steal a base too. Didn't pay attention to him.
Way ahead here, 3-0. Takes a strike.
Mentioned that opponent's rating 353 against Gray's fastball this year, and it's the type of count that you want to take advantage of. That 3-1 in this ballpark. You get a fastball that you can handle.
3-1 pitch. Lost it. Mariners have their first base runner. Brings up pitcher Wade LeBlanc. Mariners and T-Mobile may bring you the next fireworks night of the summer on Friday. So enjoy a spectacular post-game fireworks show featuring a soundtrack of your favorite songs from the legendary Seattle band Pearl Jam. Get ready to rock by heading to Mariners.com for tickets. Wade LeBlanc, a .248 hitter over his career. No homers and 3 runs batted in. He is looking to sacrifice. Strike 1.
Arenado going well in on the grass, so he's going to try to bunt the ball to the right side of the infield if he can.
Desmond was crashing, and you can see Herman shielding his eyes from the sun, taking a lead at first on a foul. 0-2.
This is something that you and I were talking about last night, Dave, and that is these guys can take their batting practice and work on their bunting, but he hasn't seen 96 this year. That's where that last fastball was. I have to imagine for him it probably looks like it's 106.
I was going to say 196.
Yeah, maybe that too.
Gonna try to get it done with 2 strikes.
Good eye.
Here, Jeff Nelson say ball low. Two nothing and a Carlos Gonzalez second inning home run. Gray bunts it foul, let's strike out, 2 down. 4th strikeout for John Gray, 2 down. Man at first. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Top of the order, D. Gordon rounded out to second.
He was leaning a little bit.
Still see the sun's effect.
Yeah.
There's a strike to deep. So Gray, he's been aggressive. 0-2 here. 2 out, 3rd inning, runner at first.
And interesting at that. Typically, D is going to be aggressive, especially on the fastball early, but maybe first time through the lineup, they decided they're going to see they can take some pitches, maybe work some counts against Gray. That is a balk. You can hear him call it right away. He didn't step off, ended up spinning off the mound. So Chris will get second base.
Jeff Nelson all over it.
See how he just spins. You can't do that. And it was called right away. So the first runner in scoring position for the Mariners.
Mariners 5 for 13 last night. Runners in scoring position. D. Gordon 0-2. Fought it off. Nicely done by Scott Brocious.
He's throwing hard. 97 miles an hour on his hands.
Yeah, that was the book on this kid when he broke in when we saw him back in 15. Ball and 2 strikes. Al Murphy going through the signs. Gray steps off. Yeah, make sure everything.
I think that was Bud Black from the dugout yelling at Murph to go out and have a conversation with him.
Yeah, you can hear him. Houston beat Detroit tonight. Are already 9-1. Tampa Bay put it on Minnesota 19-6. Boston 6-2 and 10 over Toronto. Yankees lead 5-4 at Cleveland. Here's Bud Black, second year. After a long run in San Diego, won Manager of the Year one year. Only had 2 winning seasons down there. Longview, Washington. The pride of. Deep to left field, Parra, great jump. Makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. 2-0 Rockies. Sports brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. Our producer Curtis Wilson, I don't know if that's a long-lost relative, but a lot in common. Mariner fan and a Coug. 2-0 Rockies. 2-run homer Carlos Gonzalez in the second inning.
This will be the second time through the lineup for Wade LeBlanc.
A shift is on for Charlie Blackmon. LeMahieu out with back issue. Charlie moved up into the leadoff spot.
Well, Wade, first time through. He pitched well, had to work around the edges of the plate. It was the 2-run home run by Carlos Gonzalez that gave the Rockies the lead. Outside of that, not a lot of hard contact off of him.
14 pitches in the first inning for Wade, 24 in the second. Good pitch. Ball 2 strikes. Ball 2 strikes. 2-2. Wade beat the Rockies last Sunday back home in Seattle. In 6 innings and 5 hit, 4-run ball. No walks, 3 strikeouts. Gave up a home run to Blackmon, home run to Story, and a home run to Gonzalez. 2-2. Took a lot off of it. Charlie jumped all over it. Base of the fence. Span will get it back in. A double for Charlie Blackmon. His 10th. Make that his 12th double.
Primero Supermo on the slider, running away from him. A little more middle away. Right at the base of the fence for a double. Rockies had 7 extra base hits in last night's game.
And Desmond will be the hitter now. Blackmon got plus speed. There's Desmond. Infield. Base hit and a nice effort by Segura. Short bunt. 0-1.
For Desmond, 18 home runs on the year, so Kyle was playing back behind the bag at third. More even with the bag now.
Pitch. Nothing doing there. 1-1.
Like a lot of the hitters in the lineup for the Rockies, he's one of the hot hitters, hitting over 300 in July.
One pitch from Wade. Gathered out of there from foul ball. 1-2.
It was a good changeup. Was able to get him out on the changeup. Out in front on the changeup earlier. We'll go back to it again. That was well located. I think his changeup will be down out of the strike zone, trying to get the hitters to chase it.
Time call. Two to Desmond. Oh boy, did he get fooled badly there. Second strikeout for Wade LeBlanc. Fine pitch.
Well, he had the changeup in the back of his mind because this looks like a cutter at 85 miles an hour, Primera Supermo, and just completely ties him up with it.
Well executed by Wade LeBlanc. Second strikeout. Brings up shortstop Trevor Story. Double to center. Make that Arenado, beg your pardon, Arenado. It's his bobblehead night. Haniger made a fine over-the-shoulder catch running towards the right field fence out there to retire Arenado in the first inning. Indeed, an all-star caliber play by Mitch. Player, 8th in batting starting today. Second in homers. Tied for 4th. Runs batted in. 3rd in total bases. 7th in hits. Mariners have held him down. So if they can continue at 2-0.
Good changeup and a 2-0 count. Also hitting .333 with runners in scoring position this year.
Dangerous. It goes to 3-1.
Rockies off to a slow start this year, trying to work their way back into it, and they've really been playing well lately, and this is a deep lineup. Difficult. I think normally you have a player like this, just put him on, but Trevor Story, who's waiting on deck, has probably been their hottest hitter.
Ben Gammel's got this under control. There's a throw to third as Blackman tags. 8-off line. There's 2 away. Here in the third. Hey, make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag RootFanFave. Watch the Mariners pregame show every Sunday. Find out your fan favorite plays of the week. Plus, each month, one lucky fan's going to win a Coors Light Yeti Cooler just for participating. Official rules, visit rootsports.com. Now here's Trevor Story. Base hit center, scored on the Gonzalez two-run homer. First pitch strike with Blackman at third, 2 down.
Already 101 strikeouts for Story this year. Set a franchise record last year with 191. He's a streaky hitter,
You bet.
and he has been hot.
191 and the 130 year before led the league. A lot of Ks. Sermon holds on. Take a look at our Coors Banquet timeless moment. Most RBIs, National League shortstop pre-All-Star game. That's some serious company right there with Mr. Banks at the top. Story and Travis Jackson run way back, 1934. High fly ball hanging up. Gamble calls off Span, and that will do it. Haley Blackman stranded at third. Score remains 2-0 Rockies. Gonzalez in the second inning as we welcome you back to Coors Field. Dave Sims and Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew. Mariners trying to even up this series at a game apiece, and then tomorrow the finale of the first half. Segura, Henniger, and Seager, 2-3-4 here in the fourth inning against John Gray. Gene first time up, grounded out to shortstop. Gene jumped out of the way, but called strike 1-1. Gene, the number 4 hitter in the American League, starting today, 325. 2-1. Also 9th in runs scored, 65. And a hit machine checking in for Saturday night with a base hit. Got a viewer question from Steve. Hashtag Ask Group, Mike, is it difficult for visiting teams that play at Mile High? How would you train?
Yeah, it's difficult, I think, to train as a visitor to get ready to play here just because you're having a regular schedule and then you're just going to show up. But that being said, the one thing I think the biggest part of it is the mental part. Understanding that this is a big ballpark, obviously. You're probably going to be on your feet more because the games are longer. You're having to cover a lot more ground. So I think it's more of a mental challenge. And then, of course, the way the scores go at times, and we saw it yesterday, it can be difficult on that end, too, to just hang in there even if you're down a few runs. So it's difficult across the board, but I'm not sure that there's any particular way that you can train for a 3-game series in the middle of the season like the Mariners are doing right now, but mentally you have to prepare yourself.
On the horn they go for a double play, and you saw those purple seats. That's 5,280 feet, a mile high, all around this ballpark. Exact measurement.
Good news in today's game, all of these guys are in such great shape. They really take care of themselves and work out all the time, eat right.
Make sure you join the broadcast. Hashtag Ask Root with questions. You might hear your question answered on the air. Yeah, it's not like the old days where you got truck drivers, mailmen, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Then, you know, meat cutters. These cats train 10, 11 months a year.
Yep. Season's over. They do not take much time off anymore.
And that's with
they're in great shape.
That's with all due respect to truck drivers, meat cutters, and the like. It's hanging up in the air. Charlie Blackmon cruising. So is Parra. Parra makes the play. Double play, big friend to John Gray in the fourth. 2-0 Colorado. A 2-run homer in the second inning as we check in for a Geico this date in MLB history. Take you back to '92. Ken Griffey Jr. He wins the All-Star Game MVP. Went 3 for 3. Singled off of Hall of Famer Tom Glavine, homered off of Hall of Famer Greg Maddux, and doubled off of Bob Tewksbury. Carlos Gonzalez, second time, sweeping, breaking ball 1. Gonzalez, Murphy, and Parra.
And 60 pitches for Wade to get through the first 3 innings.
Inside, take it back, 1-2 pitch, man aboard, nobody out, second inning.
See Herman, he was set up on the inside corner. It was more middle of the plate. It was down, it was at the knees, but center lined it out.
They thought he had something there, 3-0. Gonzalez, Murphy, Parra, 5, 6, 7 here for the Rockies. Come in with a record of 49-45. pitch walk. Second walk by Wade. There's a catcher, Tom Murphy, flat out to center field. Tony Walters, Chris Iannetta, and Murphy do the catching here at Colorado. Straight one. Mariners trying to turn the double play of their own here. Stopped by Herman. Mariners will start the second half of the season at home against the White Sox. Have a day off in there, which helps the pitching staff. 2 games with the Giants, then another day off, and go to LA, go to play the Angels for 3 games, and then play Houston for 3 at home.
Wade has been careful early in counts tonight for good reason.
Straight up in the infield and the outfield for Murphy. 2 runs on 4 hits for Colorado. No runs, 1 hit for the Mariners. Blunt. So Murphy batting in the 6 hole. He's way behind here, 3-1. There's the ground ball you were looking for. There's 1, and there's 2.
Down at the bottom of the strike zone, gets the ground ball right to the Gold Glover and Kyle Seager. Easy turn for D at second.
There's Parra, struck out first time. Mariners have not mustered anything against John Gray. Got the first base runner, a walk in the 3rd inning. First base hit in the 4th inning, but a double play erased him.
Yeah, just the 1 hit. Starts him with a curveball.
That thing must look like a beach ball to the way
72 miles an hour. You're right about that one. The guys are so used to seeing 95 plus every night. Good curveball up there at 72.
Such a good job changing the eye level. A slower pace tonight for Wade. That hit him? It did.
And that's a mistake for him. He will not be happy about that 0-2. We'll take a look at it. Primera Supermo, and the ball just running in on him. Hits him on the forearm.
Two-out base runner, Pat Valeka, second baseman, He's batting 8th. He walked in a 3-2 pitch in the second inning. Pitch number 73 for Wade coming up as we play here in the fourth. Eight of 17, first pitch strikes. Pitch. That was effective.
Right back with a good changeup. Wade his changeup. This year, his whip percentage on the changeup is the best. He's number 1. So that's well located, just down out of the strike zone. You have to throw it on the plate, and it looks like it's going to be a fastball. By the time they see that it's a changeup, it's down out of the zone. Comes right back with it again. That one was a strike at the bottom of the zone.
The crowd, as you can see here at Coors Field, 1-2 the count to Pat Valleca with the pitcher John Gray on deck. Two-run homer, Carlos Gonzalez in the second. That is the scoring. Mariners have just 1 hit, 2 runs on 4 hits for the Rockies. Well, they started to go. Able to get back in time. First base coach is Tony Diaz. Stu Cole coaches at third for the Rockies.
I think because Wade isn't in a hurry to get home when he starts, when he's pitching out and he starts, he can read that move over there. And if they start leaning at all, he typically has a good sense of what they're trying to do. He's already picked somebody off, and he was certainly going to go right there.
2 outs and a 1-2 pitch here to Valleca. Pitcher on deck. There he goes. Pitch. And there you got ball 2. Stolen base for Parra.
Wade thought it was a strike. Looked like it could have been on the corner. Set up on the inside corner. It looks like he hit his location. Didn't get the call.
7th stolen base.
EQC tracer, you can see it was right on the corner. When Herman was coming out of his crouch to make the throw, maybe blocked him a little bit. That's a good pitch.
2-2. Got a full count. Blind, hoping his 78th pitch will get him out of his 4th inning situation. Already down 2-0, runner in scoring position. Straight up in the infield and outfield for Valleca. 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Blunt. You can call him, he's kind of young to be called a crafty left-hander, but that's what he is. A lot of times you'll see guys, 37, 38 throwing like this. He's still a young guy at 33. This is his own way of pitching. 3-2 pitch, runner breaks, pitch, swung on, hit the center field. Here comes Gamble. Side retired here in the 4th. About that Mariner offense, maybe we'll see some here with Span, Healy, and Gamble coming up. right there. The Rockies lead it 2-0, top of the fifth. Hey, your next chance to add to your Mariners bobblehead collection is July 21st, when the first 20,000 fans get a bobblehead featuring blazing fast second baseman D. Gordon. It's all brought to you by Root Sports. Slide into Mariners.com for tickets. There's D, 0 for 2 tonight with a ground out and a line out. See what Mariners can generate here in the fifth with Denard Span. He's 0 for 1, flying out to left. 36 games with the Mariners coming into tonight. Good numbers as a Mariner. 314, 4 homers, 14 runs batted in, 6 doubles, a couple of triples for Denard. He has made a good impact. He and Colomig, outstanding work by Jerry DiPoto and his crew bringing these two guys in.
And John Gray has been on his game tonight. Stopped out at 97 miles an hour. Good slider, occasional changeup.
Going after the first pitch, power towards the line, and makes the catch. What's impressed you about young Mr. Gray?
Well, I think first of all, the ease at which that fastball comes out of his hand. It seems that there's no effort, and I'm sure when you're hitting, that's tough to time it. A lot of life to his fastball tonight, and been able to locate it, throw it for strikes at times. He's elevated at the top of the strike zone, and you also know that he has the slider, which has been a really good pitch for him this year. So it's just difficult. First rounder for a reason, and tonight he has command. And you mentioned the numbers on the games that he has won this year. His ERA well under 2. So
his 7 wins, he's got a 1.80 ERA.
Yeah.
Losses 0-7, a 9.35. It's 3 no decisions, a 10.22 ERA.
And if you look at it, he has more strikeouts than innings pitched. So you know the stuff is there. His walks really aren't too bad.
On the other way, Valleca diving attempt comes up empty. Second Mariner hit. Makes a tying run to the plate.
Well, what it tells you is that when he is struggling, it's because he's getting a lot of fastballs in the middle of the plate, and it's hurt him. And Primera Supremo, here's a fastball in the middle of the plate as he gets a base hit going the other way. I haven't seen a lot of that tonight, but he's been on the edges.
There's Ben Gamble, struck out on a 1-2 pitch, leading off the third. Carlos Gonzalez impacted this game with a second inning 2-run homer. Ball 1. Pitch to Ben. Piece of it, not enough. 1-1. Their offense has cooled off recently. Here's a 1-1 pitch.
And that's why it was great to see them score 7 runs last night without Nelson Cruz in the lineup. It has been a struggle over the last couple of weeks.
Ball and 2 strikes. Moved him off the plate. And 208 the month of July. A couple good months prior to that. 2-2. Bounce foul. Right pass, Chris Prieto.
Well, for Ben, he picked up 3 hits last night, so hopefully feeling better about things and get him moving in the right direction.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Tapper here. The lead runner. Ben runs quite well. No way they turn 2. So Healy's retired. 4-6. Fielder's choice for Ben. He's good. And I'll bring up Chris Herman. Coming up tomorrow, finale of this series in the season series. Mike Leake looking for a bounce back. Goes against Tyler Anderson, a left-hander. Mike Leake 2-2 against Colorado, 5.60 ERA and 5 career starts against the Rockies. Well, back by Chris Herman.
Starting to get some action out in the bullpen. Wade LeBlanc is waiting on deck. I think if Herman reaches, they'll probably have a pinch hitter for him.
So far, month of July for the Mariners hitting as a team, just 243. 9 home runs. Strike 2 to Chris. Casey Lawrence heating up. Casey just recalled. Pitched a scoreless inning last night. Gave up a hit, struck out 1, walked in. Oh, 2 to Herman. Gamble had a good secondary lead. Eases into second.
Wild pitch, breaking ball in the dirt.
Count 1-2 to Herman.
Rare Supermo. It's a curveball out in front of the plate.
RBI opportunity. 1-2 pitch here to Herman. Fouled it off. Situation last night where Colorado excelled with 2 out RBIs.
8 out of the 10 runs.
One more time at 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Giants just tied the A's at 1-1. Bridge series. Turn second inning. 2-2 pitch. Fielded by Desmond, flipped to Gray, inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the home 5th here in Denver, Colorado, 2-0 Rockies. In the great city of Denver. Distraction occurs anytime you take your eyes off the road. If you're on the road, off the phone. Let's reach our target 0 goal together. Zero traffic deaths in your family, zero traffic deaths in our state. Capital of Colorado, Denver. So Marco Gonzalez will be going back to Colorado Springs. He's got service as a home here in the greater Denver area. They'll be sticking around here. We'll see them later on next week. So Wade LeBlanc out for the 5th inning. And if you're looking for more family fun at the ballpark, make sure you visit the Seattle Children's Playfield on the main concourse in center field. While you're there, don't forget to stop by the Moose Den and have your photo taken with the best mascot in baseball. The pitcher, John Gray, is going to lead off here in the 5th, followed by Charlie Blackmon and Ian Desmond.
John grounded out to shortstop his first time up.
As expected, he did take that one really big. I'm going to try to hit it out of the ballpark hack. Comes in a career 107 hitter in 70 games with a homer and 8 runs batted in. When you were in the National League, who's the best hitting pitcher you saw?
A number of them out there. I think probably Glavin was really good. He could really hit. A hockey player.
Exactly.
Yeah, he could swing it.
Great eye-hand coordination. The Bronx got Gray 0-2.
And missed with a changeup.
Anybody else come to mind?
I can remember before I was in the big leagues just watching, but Rick Russell.
Yes, Big Daddy.
Yep. Rick Roden could hit.
Very good hitter.
I think.
Captain, good hitter. He played.
Good athlete, yep.
Swing and miss for Wade. It's his 3rd strikeout.
Outside corner, at the knees, changeup, down and away from him.
Charlie Blackmon's walk-up song. Charlie with a double last time up. Double to left. Stings this one center field.
And being aggressive, gets a fastball. Middle of the plate, lines it right back up the middle. It's just one of the best players in the National League.
Batting champion, hits champion last year. He's the real deal.
Mariners bullpen busy again. Mel Stottlemyre on his way out to the mound. This will probably be the last inning for Wade. His spot is due up to lead off in the top of the 6th inning, so it'll probably be a pinch hitter for him.
Good chance we're going to see Matt Festa make his big league debut. Ian Desmond with an infield hit and a strikeout. So 1 out, good speed at first, and Charlie Blackmon 2-0 on a Gonzalez home run, 2nd inning.
Desmond has had a tough time with his changeup. Starts him with it.
Dangerous hitter here, Desmond. With LeMahieu out with a bad back, moved up into the 2 spot with Blackmon moving from the 2 hole to the leadoff position. Continues to baffle him with that change.
Yep. Down out of the strike zone, he just can't lay off of it.
Mariners have turned one double play, looking for another here. Oh, 2 from LeBlanc. Gamble. Going back and can't get it. It looked like that ball was going to come right to him, and then it got afterburners. Scoring is Blackman, going to third with an RBI triple. And Desmond, 3-0 Rockies. Ben's initial approach looked like I had it all the way, and then it was one of those uh-oh moments. It was over his head. And a triple for Desmond.
Well, for Ben Gamble, this is his second start. A changeup up. That's the key. Leaves it up out over the plate. And this fools him. He thought he had a bead on it, but was hit harder than he expected. It ends up going over his head. Will be a triple, and Scott Service out of the dugout. Going to make a pitching change.
So Wade gets into the 5th. He's going to leave trailing 3-0. We'll step aside here in Denver. Major league debut. This is Matt Festa, and this is how he found out about it.
Yeah, it's kind of indescribable being here. Walking into this clubhouse, seeing all the guys I've always looked up to and peers I met in spring training, but I'm speechless.
How'd you get the call?
Skip brought me into the office. Well, my AA Skip. And he told me that we were going to get an opportunity to show my stuff in the big leagues, and I was like, what? I was like, are you sure? He was like, yeah, you're going to go. And I was like, okay. And I couldn't stop smiling and told my parents it was awesome. It was amazing.
Didn't mess with you then at all?
Oh, he did. So 2 outings before that, a couple of loud outs in the 9th inning, and he was like, oh, I didn't know the fireworks were going to go off in the 9th inning. I thought they were going to go after the game. I was like, okay. So then 2 days when he was about to bring me up, he goes, see what happens when you miss the barrels, you know? It wasn't any fireworks, so we're going to see what happens in the big leagues, see if fireworks happen there. And I was like, okay.
Was it in your mind that it was an option to skip AAA, that this could happen like this?
No. I mean, I know Eddie did it, and Dan did it, and Dan came to the same conference I did, but I didn't think I could have did it. No.
It was a big surprise.
It was, yeah.
What was the phone call like calling your parents?
Very emotional. Like, call him up, coming into it, I was like, you know what, I'm like too excited, I'm not even gonna cry, and then you hear your mom's voice, you're like, Lisa.
Well, his first pitch in the big leagues is an RBI single by Nolan Arenado on his bobblehead night. Waits another run. It's 4-0. Take a look at our Beacon Plumbing. Call to the pen. And it brings us Matt Festa coming up from AA Arkansas.
In Arkansas, 28 appearances, a 3.13 ERA, 44 strikeouts, and 31 2/3. Good number for him right there. It looks like he throws strikes just to 7 walks. Well, it's at 289 against him. His fastball, 92 to 94 is the scouting report. Slider, curveball, changeup. Basically fastball, slider though.
13 of 13 save opportunities. A young man from Staten Island, New York. And he is fired up. It's interesting. I said, what about mom and dad? On the phone, so you got to come out, and the father saying, hey, these flights are expensive. And the mother said, we're going to Denver.
Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Said his best friend flew in from D.C. Another line drive getting out of the way is Manny Gonzalez, second base umpire. So you walk in your major league debut against one of the real formidable offensive teams in all of Major League Baseball. Gives up a base hit to Arenado, and now Story.
Well, they're #1 in slugging, and they're one of the hottest offensive teams going right now. So you have to make quality pitches, and I'm sure for him, he's just trying to throw strikes right now, making his major league debut.
Matt said that his whole thing, hey man, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm coming right after you. Don't back down. Attack the zone. Don't nibble. Carlos Gonzalez, 2-run homer, second inning. Another thing that's interesting about this story, when I started off the media session with Scott Service, said, hey, I'm anxious to see him because, you know, the kid was down during spring training and anxious to see what he's got. He's heard great reports from Darren Brown at Double-A Arkansas and the analytics guys.
Well, right now the Rockies are being really aggressive on his fastball.
That gets through Herman. Both runners move up.
Don't think that hit the ground. It's probably a pass ball. Primera Supermo. Let's see how they score it.
I'm going to think that's a pass ball. Matt Festa's 7th round pick, 2016 draft, East Stroudsburg University in the eastern portion of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
With the pass ball, the infield will play in.
1-1. With the D. Gordon, they got their runner. Arenado hung up, and he'll be tagged out. And moving to third is Story. Arenado retired. And previously, they called it a wild pitch. So they've got 2 outs, runners at the corners. Tom Murphy. The catcher stands in. It's bounced into a double play and flied out the center. Runner goes. Easy stolen base for Gonzalez. Fargo taking advantage of the rookie. 4th stolen base for Carlos Gonzalez. In there for strike 0-2. Deal 2. Stopped by Herman. 7th man to the plate here in the 5th inning for the Rockies.
Able to get ahead with a couple of fastballs. Tried his slider right there, but it was well off the plate.
Trying to put an end to this inning here. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 runs on the board in this 4-0 Colorado lead. Looking at ground ball. Segura just got Murphy. Couple of runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Matt Festa's major league debut here in Denver. Sports is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Try the $4.99 Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo with toasted sourdough, new from Jack in the Box. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. Great look at play ball, an exhibit here. Marshall Fogel's baseball memorabilia collection, some beauties. Mays, he's got all the good ones, boy. Look at that, Griffey Mays. Got the history of Colorado exhibit. And an outstanding collection here in Denver. Check it out next time you come here to the Mile High City. So Matt Festa makes his major league debut. His spot coming up here leading off in the sixth. It'll be Guillermo Heredia pinch hitting for him. Stoudemire and Scott Service have never really seemed to get pitch.
Right. No, they weren't sure, and came in, was able to throw some strikes. Tough part of the lineup to deal with. Eventually got out of the inning.
They're both excited to see him. So here's Guillermo Heredia. Pinch hitting. If it was all a blur for Matt Festa, you can understand.
Well, he can relax now. Pinch hitting for him. So he's out of the game. Mel Stottlemyre is over talking to him in the dugout. There they are.
Funny things Matt talked about. He said he walked into the clubhouse back in spring training. And he grew up in Staten Island, New York, a Yankee fan. So Jeter and those kind of guys were his guys. But then he saw Scott Brocious. He said, that was better than meeting Cano. He said, Scott was the '98 World Series MVP. So I was more excited to see him than Rob. So I'm no longer a Yankee fan. And we got some idiot on the field. Two of them. As for reporting accuracy, it was one guy. He hurtled into the stands, and from our vantage point, it looked like he got a Mike Curtis-like forearm shiver to the chops that knocked him back. That kid, he's the one that laid him out. Meanwhile, baseball game re-breaking out here in Denver. 2-2 count to Guillermo Heredia leading off his pinch hitting. Matt Festa. John Gray's been one heck of a story here tonight.
He's had good stuff tonight. He's topped out at 97, consistently 96 with a really good slider, mixing in a changeup. Has had command of the strike zone.
His fifth strikeout. Wow, just 2 hits. Walk 1. Base hit to Segura in the 4th. Double play erased him. Base hit Healy in the 5th, and he was erased on the 4th set. Top of the order, here's Pete Gordon. What a one to D.
Yeah, has been an exceptional slider tonight too.
Just recalled from Albuquerque AAA. John Gray. Whatever it was they got into him and showed him he's executing quite well tonight.
It's basically just been all or nothing. We talked about it earlier in the ball game. In his wins, he's really pitched well. ERA under 2. In his losses, he's over 10. And tonight's the night when he has exceptional stuff.
Back-to-back Ks, 6 for the ball game. 2 down.
3 pitches down in the zone, and then going to elevate the fastball. Primero Supremo right at the top of the strike zone. Vegas trying to fight it off.
There's Segura. One of the 2 hits for the Mariners. Ground out for shortstop his first time up. Base hit with the left field. Angels beat the Dodgers tonight 5-4. Gene, the hit machine, you betcha. Blackman giving ground. He's under. And John Gray, 2 strikeouts and an easy pop to deep center, 4-0 Rockies. Showing your appreciation for all military and vets by sharing a photo or video using hashtag HatsOffForHeroes. For each tweet or post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans. Third pitcher of the night for the Mariners, and it is the left-hander, Roenis Elias.
Good fastball in the mid-90s, curveball, changeup. This will be his 10th appearance on the year, 2-0 record, a 2.45 ERA. Opponents hitting .222 against him. Really throwing the ball well for the Mariners. Trying to get a couple of innings out of him.
Going to face the bottom of the order here in the 6th. First batter is going to be Gerardo Parra. Strikeout, hit by a pitch, also stole a base. Breaking ball for strike.
Good curveball, 77 miles an hour. His fastball has been impressive in 94 to 96 with his fastball.
Chopper off the plate, D. Gordon. Hurrying, got rid of it, nice play.
That right there was a great adjustment. Like the ball was spinning sideways and took off on D. Gordon. He had to make an adjustment. You see him changing directions right there. Stays with the play. Well done.
Threw a 5-finger shot put there.
Yeah, you can see him right there having to change directions because he was going straight at it and the ball just turned on him. Happens. Good play.
They did a heck of a job. Just get the hand on it, get it there. Nice job. One out here in the 6th. Pat Valleca walking a fly to center. Roenis facing Valleca for the first time. 2-1.
Changeup.
Left-hander out of Guantanamo in Cuba. Buenos Aires. Swing and a miss.
Another good changeup. He was with the Mariners first time around. He really wanted to throw his curveball and throw it a lot. And his velocity was good. He was more 92, 93. And really was just working on the changeup. But he's thrown a couple of really good changeups right here. And I think they've talked to him about using his fastball more. And that's why we've seen the uptick in velocity, a couple miles an hour. He's always had a good curveball. There it is.
Oh, that's a beauty. An absolute beauty. 2 down. 2 away here in the 6th. Take a look at our Verizon player profile. Starters, American League. Boy, this is a good group. Betts, Trout, Judge in the outfield with Manny. Ramirez has been fabulous. Altuve and Abreu with J.D. Martinez and Wilson Ramos. Ramos just had to pull out with an injury. Markakis, Kemp, and Harper with Arenado, Crawford, Baez, and Freeman in the infield, and Wilson Contreras, the catcher. 2 outs, nobody on. Here in the 6th, the pitcher John Gray, a ground out and a strikeout. I'm gonna laugh about something.
Stumbled a little bit, but I'm not sure why.
Gray's had a great night on the mound for the Rockies through 6. 6 strikeouts, giving up just 2 hits. Ball and 2 strikes. Ray LeBlanc, 4 1/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks and 3 strikeouts, and gave up a home run. How about Elias? Nice short work against the bottom 3rd of the order. Top 7 coming up, 4-0 Rockies. Top of the 7th, nightfall here in Denver, and we'd like to welcome Bend broadband subscribers from Bend, Oregon. Thank you for rooting on the Seattle Mariners, and all of us at Root Sports and the Mariners appreciate your support. If the Mariners, a loose group, see if they can start scoring here. There's Valaika. Throws and gets a hustling Haniger for out number 1.
Chops it off the mound. Blake hesitated at first. Realized he had to go get it. A strong throw to first to get Haniger. And you're right, Dave. You'd like to see the Mariners get something going because they have Ottavino to pitch the 8th, and then Wade Davis is going to close things out for him. 2 quality relievers. It'd be difficult to try to score 4 on those 2 guys, so you'd like to get 1 or 2 here. Scratch out a couple.
Kyle Seager, 0 for 2. Strikeout, fly out to deep left center field. John Gray on the mound. His first big league start since June 28. No decision at the Giants. His last victory, June 22nd, he beat Miami. Beat him 11-3, going 7 innings of 8 hit, 1 run ball, 12 strikeouts. And didn't walk anybody. Tonight he's got 6 Ks and 1 walk.
We saw it earlier this year with James Paxton striking out 16, and John Gray, he holds the Rockies record with 16 strikeouts in a game.
Rockies put on the shift for Kyle Seager. Arenado, the only defender left side of the infield. 0-2 pitch. Goes Desmond right to the bag. And there are 2 away here in the 7th. Join the Washington State Coalition Against Domestic Violence in Mariners Care at Safeco Field coming up on July 21st for the Refuse to Abuse 5K. Register or volunteer at refusetoabuse5k.org. Together we can end domestic violence. Quick 2-out 7th inning brings up Denard Span. Flied out to left and sent one into the corner, deep left field. Carr ran down. Coming off 2 for 5 last night, 2 runs batted in, had a triple.
Still has a good fastball. 95 miles an hour, stopped out at 97, 83 pitches into his outing. 56 strikes.
Hung with it, and a nice react there by Gray as John Gray has gone through 7 for the 5th time this season. He's got a 4-0 lead. He's throwing a beauty. If you win Washington's lottery, play today. A lot happening around 20th and Blake here in Denver. Coors Field, the site. Game 2 of a 3-game set. Rockies lead at 4-0. John Gray has thrown a fabulous game for the Rockies, and the Mariners go to the bullpen for the 3rd time. Here's Casey Lawrence.
Good sinking fastball in the low 90s, slider. This will be his 6th appearance on the year in 9 innings. He has 8 strikeouts, 5 walks. Losing 297 against Casey.
Well, he's got to hold the fort here and give the boys a chance in the 8th and 9th inning against this tough hitting, really talented offensive crew.
That'll be the top of the lineup for him. Blackman going to lead things off. Already a couple of hits and a double for him.
Desmond and Arenado to follow.
Casey Lawrence, Mike Morin joining the ball club yesterday.
First pitch strike from Casey. Double and a single tonight for Charlie, 2 for 3.
He started him with a couple of changeups. 84, bottom of the strike zone.
He's hit almost everything else, right?
Exactly right.
Third stint with the Mariner Ball Club for Casey Lawrence. Third stint this season. Just moving on the wire. Cardinals have dismissed their skipper, Mike Matheny.
Surprising.
Yeah, Cardinals started today 2 games over 500, 6.5 back, 3rd place in the NL Central. Ball 2 strikes. Cardinals 8-2 losers at home to Cincinnati today. 1-2 pitch. Right into the shift. Segura throws him out. So 1 down. Stick around after the game for Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines. Angie and Bill will be there for you to discuss happenings here in Denver. Jen Mueller reporting from here at the ballpark. In Desmond, RBI triple to center. Got an infield hit and a strikeout, 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Look, Matheny got fired here tonight, and we still have, today's what, the 14th, so we get 2 weeks. 17 days till the trade deadline. This is going to be very interesting. I'm stunned.
Yeah, I'll be curious to hear what the reasonings were for it. He's really done well there as their manager. You mentioned a couple games over 500 this year. They've had to deal with some injuries themselves.
Yeah.
Interesting to hear what brought that on. Pretty good slider for Casey Lawrence off the plate away. It's Desmond to wave at it.
Casey ahead 0-2.
Fastball on his hand, so working both sides of the plate with 2 seamers in and the slider off the plate away.
Mike Schild, S-H-I-L-D-T, is going to be the interim manager for the Cardinals. Desmond steps out. Expect a lot of manager movement between now and the end and maybe into the World Series.
I would think most of it, if it's going to happen, it'll be at the end of the year. It will be an interesting winter, though. You have so many teams that are struggling right now. Typically, there's going to be changes.
It looks like it could be leading to a big sell-off next few weeks. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Casey Lawrence. 2 outs. Casey with his first strikeout. Holy Toledo.
Wow,
39 and a half back, a major league record, and coming into the All-Star game. My goodness, once proud organization.
Talk about a struggle.
Woo! Oh, that's a nightmare. That's a disaster. Wow. 27 and 69. Almost every day, tune in to MLB Network, go on MLB.com. Major subject of conversation, Manny Machado, where is he going to end up, and sure there'll be others be on the move as well. Latest headlines have the Dodgers and Phillies in hot pursuit of Manny Machado. Arenado. RBI single to center back in the fifth. 1 for 3.
That deal is going to be. It'll be interesting for Baltimore. You know they're going to want a lot for him, but he can walk at the end of the year too, so that's going to be a difficult situation.
Yeah, the Orioles can't come up empty on this. They got to get something, and every GM knows the story. They know they got him by the short hairs.
You would think that it would be they would probably get more if they were to do something now than wait till the very end, I would think.
Couldn't agree more. They're going to hang up. Lost in the lights. Arenado on his bobblehead night, his second hit. It's a double. Comes with 2 outs here in the 7th.
A line drive out to right field. Two-seam fastball, trying to get it in on his hand. Inside-out swing, is able to get enough of the barrel to it, and then Mitch out in right field, unfortunately, was struggling with the lights, didn't pick it up. That will be a double second hit for Arenado.
Eighth career hit against the Mariners, and great career of Nolan Arenado. Came in a 103 hitter against the Mariners in 14 previous games. Trevor Story, 2 hits. No runs scored. So nice.
Good slider. Giants out in front of the A's. So far 1 for 7 tonight with runners in scoring position. And quickly ahead of him. A 2 count. A hot hitter.
This kid swung the bat well last night. 2 for 5, 4 runs batted in. 2-run homer, 2-run double.
I mentioned earlier, 101 strikeouts, 191 last year. Try to expand the zone so you can get him to chase something. You have a couple of pitches to work with when you have him 0-2.
Spin, it's got a good angle on it, falls off Kimmel, makes the catch. Arenado's double doesn't hurt. To the 8th, down 4-0. That it does. It absolutely does. I love driving to the ballpark and on a clear day, the big mountain comes out to play. There it is.
Right there.
Go climb it.
You've tried it. When are you going to go do it again?
That box has been checked, pal.
Ryan Healy going to lead off.
1-1. Comebacker. John Gray into the 8th inning for the first time this season. 1 out. The MLB.TV All-Star Sale, it's here for $39.99. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV to take advantage of this sale. Here's Ben Gamble 0 for 2. Mariners have 2 hits tonight. Segura base hit to left in the 4th. Base hit to right by Healy in the 5th. John Gray, he struck out 6. He's walked 1. And there's the 3rd Mariner hit. Ben Gamble. He was 3 for 4 last night. Also being released, John Mabry, who was with the Mariners for a time. Bill Miller won a batting title years ago. Also been relieved of their duties, and bench coach is Mike Schilt named interim manager. Shake up at St. Louis. We play the Cardinals next year. Play the National League Central. I believe they come to Seattle. Nelson Cruz is on deck. There's a drive into the gap. Chris Herman, Gamble on his horse. He's coming to 3rd, getting a wave by Scott Brocious. RBI double for Chris Herman. Herm with a triple last night. Checks in with the double here. So a run on the board. It's 4-1 Colorado, and Nelson Cruz will finally get a chance to swing the bat in this series.
And able to finally square up a fastball. 94 miles an hour, Primera Supremo. You see the swing from Herman. Drives it into the gap. Ben with plenty of speed to score. And with the double, the bullpen starting to get busy. It's like Ottavino is getting loose. Well, Gray, he's at 90 pitches, 62 strikes.
First time this year he's into the 8th inning. In his career, 1 major league complete game. It was back in the 16 season when he went 10-10.
Nelson was going to pinch hit last night, but was left on the on-deck circle. He's going to hit for the first time in this series. They're going to leave Gray in there. Juan Nicasio getting loose for the Mariners.
See if we can get a little boomstick action here. With 22 home runs. 55 runs batted in. Among the top 10 in homers and just outside the top 10 in RBIs. Some administrative work by home plate umpire Jeff Nelson, and we're ready to go.
Freitas and Romine left on the bench.
First pitch to Cruz.
Good aggressive swing and a slider right in the middle of the plate.
You bet. Rarely seeing Gray for the first time. Oh, 0-1 pitch. 0-1. Herman at second. And 1 out, a run on the board here. Down the line, Knocked down by Arenado, recovers off the line throw, everybody's safe.
Did a heck of a job just to stop that.
Oh, yes. Really good range at third, and he has to go to try to make the backhanded play. One of the best third basemen in the business, not able to handle it. Nelson hit it hard, and then the throw will take Desmond off the base. I imagine that'll be a base hit, but it will also be the end of the night for John Gray.
Well of the game, Bud Black coming to get his starter. Longest stint of the season for him. Going 7 1/3, and the Rocky fans appreciate the effort. A guy that for a long time they considered their golden boy, a #1 draft pick a few years ago. 4-1 lead for the Rockies. Mariners trying to get a couple more on the board. AAA Albuquerque. What a fine start he turned in here tonight.
Really good stuff tonight, topping out at 97 miles an hour. An excellent slider at 89, mixing in a few changeups. And for the most part, able to command the strike zone, both sides of the plate with some run. You can see that fastball at the top of the zone. Really pitched well. 7 1/3, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He was responsible for the base runners, a walk, 6 strikeouts, 93 pitches, 64 for strikes. Adam Ottavino will take over 40 appearances, and he has really pitched well. A 1.65 ERA, 66 strikeouts, and 43 2/3. Opponents hitting just 160 against him.
Opportunity and knocking for the Mariners. Tying run at the plate. D. Gordon, the hitter.
Average fastball 94 miles an hour. With a touch 95, 96 with a slider.
D. Gordon 1 for 6 against Ottavino. Called that ball hit by Cruz in E5.
They'll probably change that.
I believe it. 1-1 to D. Gordon 1 for 6 against Ottavino. One out here, couple of men aboard. D represents a tying run. Check swing, Arenado. Oh, they get the runner. Jammed up here. Herman trying to stay alive. Tag applied by the catcher Murphy.
It was a late break by Herman, so I don't think it was a contact play. Kind of a swinging bunt, and he decides to take off. Maybe he had a chance to turn a double play and decided to run.
Didn't work out for the Mariners there. Runners at first and second. Now 2 outs. And Gene Segura, the hitter, we're 0 for 2 against Ottavino.
Vino, you saw the numbers. He's been tough with inherited runners. 16 inherited runners this year, only 2 have scored.
That is one impressive stat. Segura trying to change that. June tonight, 1 for 3. Sweeping, breaking ball, strike one.
A really good slider. That slider at 83, right on the corner.
Two here to Gene. Ottavino, big right-hander, 6'5", 246. Strike 3 called. Mariners get a run, lead 2, 4-1, Colorado. Carlos Gonzalez made it happen. We take a look at our Columbia Bank difference in the game. A man aboard, nobody out in a 1-2 pitch here, Mike.
Yeah, this is back in the second inning, a 2-run home run for Gonzalez. His 11th home run on the year. And again, just a line drive, exit velocity at 110, 455 feet on the home run. He's going to lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th. Beacon Plumbing brings us Juan Nicasio, 37 appearances on the year, 35 innings. He has 44 strikeouts, just 4 walks. Only hitting .313 against Juan. His fastball 92 to 96 miles an hour with a slider.
He's got 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Gonzalez, Murphy, and Parra. Gonzalez 1 for 2 against Juan. First pitch. Rides up high, ball 1. Mariners in the top of the 9th. Haniger, Seager, and Span, 3, 4, and 5. Let's get Nicasio through this inning. It's 2-0. Shift on against Cargill. There's a strike, 2-1. Skied this one. Spanned plenty of time to get there. One away here in the bottom of the 8th. Hey fans, our annual Ultimate Fan Contest has officially returned. Root Sports going to be looking for the Ultimate Fan in the state of Idaho throughout the month of July. Send us a photo and story on our website at rootsports.com/ultimate-fan, and you can win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in September, personalized jersey, and more. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. One down here in the 8th, brings up Tom Murphy, the catcher. 0 for 3. Ground ball to Segura, stays with it. 2 away. 2 outs in the 8th, and you want to win tickets to D. Gordon bobblehead night? Well, text Gordon to 71532. Gordon to 71532, and you could win 2 tickets in the commissioner's box, plus your very own D. Gordon bobblehead. Gerardo Parra, the hitter. 2 outs. 4 for 14 against Nicasio. On Wade Davis heating up in the Colorado pen. Parra strikeout, hit by a pitch and a ground out.
Haniger, Seager, Span will hit in the top of the 9th.
Way inside. See what it gives here, 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. Bottom 8 and a 4-1 Colorado lead. Ernest came in having won 7 of the last 8 games here in Denver, dating back to the 2012 season. They were 3-0 here, 2015 2-1, and last year won both games. And they were in that span, averaging 7.38 runs per ball game. These first 2 games. Last night they come up with a 7th spot and lose. Such is the way of life in Coors Field. And tonight, scratched out just 1 run. Here we go, 2-2. Base hit for Parra. Haniger over to cut it off. The 2 out, Pat Valleca will be the hitter. Tapia on deck. It's a pinch hitter. There's Tapia. Mel Tapia. Rocky's showing a big crowd tonight. Nolan Arenado
bobblehead night, 47,789. First pitch strike. The Rockies, 6th in attendance in the National League, and the Mariners are 6th in attendance in the American League.
That last pitch is best fastball at 96 miles an hour.
Popped that glove, didn't he?
And it was on the outside corner.
Walk fly to center and a strikeout for Vallejo. Pressed into service tonight, Vallejo was, because of a back issue for regular second baseman and leadoff man DJ LeMahieu. Good fastball well placed. 0-2. The wind for most of the game was not really blown out towards left. It is now a little bit blown out to center. Early portion of the ball game. 2 outs, runner at first. Swing and a miss. He got him. Here we go. Last ups for the Mariners. They'll have to get it done against Wade Davis, one of the better closers in the business. Haniger, Seager, and Span coming up. Mariners down to their last ups here. Top of the 9th. Good time lapse look at the sky above Denver coming up tomorrow. What's next? It's Mike Leake going against Tyler Anderson. The Mariners will finish up the first half of the season, have a few days off, and then tee it up again on Friday when the White Sox come to town. A weekend series followed by the Giants. And a new pitcher for the Colorado Rockies is Wade Davis.
40 appearances, 26 saves on the year, a 3.82 ERA, 41 strikeouts, and 37 2/3. Opponents hitting 182 against him. He's given up 4 home runs. Fastball this year is 94 miles an hour. Cutter curveball to go with it.
Haniger will lead it off.
0 for 3 tonight. 0 for 1 against Davis in his career.
Davis tied for third with Kenley Jensen, 26 saves behind Kimbrel and Edwin Diaz of the Mariners. Diaz leading 36 saves. Check swing.
There's another couple of curveballs.
One here to Haniger. Davis been with Kansas City, been with the Cubs, now the Rockies, and this one popped up. Laker barely has to move. One out.
Kyle Seager. Kyle 3 for 10 with a home run against Davis.
See what Seager can do against Wade Davis. 3 for 10 with a home run. Strike one. Shift is on against Kyle as per usual. 1-1. There's your splits on Kyle Seager. Pitch from Davis. Ground ball, attacked by Desmond, takes it himself, 2 down.
Yep, Denard Span, keep this thing going. Span 0 for 3 tonight, a couple of flyouts. Grounded out his last time up.
Here we go, Denard Span. Good numbers against Davis. 0 for 3 tonight, 2 flies to left, and a ground out to first. Crowd on its feet, 47,789. Here comes the 0-1. It's off the plate. A run on 5 hits for the Mariners, 4 runs, 10 hits for Colorado. One to Denard. 2-1.
Hard 12-6 curveball. Bounced right off the plate, trying to get him to chase it.
Davis steals, 2-1. Make it 3-1.
Hit the inside corner with a cutter and missed. Not by much. Ryan Healy is on deck.
Three balls, one strike. Launch down the line, milking foul.
Davis didn't want to walk him, so he challenged him with a fastball right in the middle of the plate. This man was able to barrel it up just out in front of it, knowing he was going to get a fastball. Short swing, just out in front of it.
So it's come down to this, 3-2 the count, 2 out, nobody on, 4-1 lead for the Rockies. Davis comes set, pitch to Span, and that's it, dropped by Murphy.
Right back with a cutter on the inside corner, EQC Tracer.
Here we go again, 3-2. Davis' pitch to Span. Strike 3 called, game over. Not been a good roadie here. Mariners down the road trip, 1-4. They're 5-7 in the month of July and 1-4 against the Colorado Rockies.
Unfortunately, Wade LeBlanc will suffer his first loss as a Mariner tonight. There's no offense tonight. Mariners 1 run on just 5 hits, so hopefully they get things turned around tomorrow. Mike Leake will be on the mound for the Mariners.
They could use a good one from Mr. Leake. That'll do it for us here in Denver. For Mike Flowers, I'm Dave Sims, Mariners Postgame. Presented by Alaska Airlines. Starts right now with Angie and Bill.